Good morning to all. Today we are going to see the from where we started from after that one. So we have covered up this part, static and dynamic scoping design issue. We are going to see this part, design issue, all this part today. We are going to see this part today. Let's move on to this our topics. Unit 3, we have already done this part. Okay, this yes, design issue. So we were done this part. Today we are going to do design issue of this one. And there are so many parts which are there. First one is this one. Let me go through and check this one. Yes, we are going to see this one. First upon the parameter passing methods, passing of parameters. Parameter passing method, this one. Then type checking, we are going to see variable, static and dynamic, subprogramming definition for others. And we have will be seeing this part and this part. These are all will be covered in today's class, which is also a part of unit 3. Okay, now let's move on to other slide. Before I move on, there is a parameter passing. The first part is nothing but this, we call it as first, we take it as first, and then we call it as parameter passing is nothing but we have got two things, that is one, call by value and call by reference. There are others that we need to discuss it. We will do it later part. There are some other part, call by result or something like that, call by result, also call by result, call by name, call by name. We are going to see this part also later part, but first the major part is this part, call by value and call by reference, and this is nothing but a part of parameter passing. Now we'll go to the next slide. Parameter passing, if you go through it, we'll see the other part. What is the major part here is that local variable. What do you mean by, we need to get the concept of what do you mean by local variable, what do you mean by global variable. Keep in mind what are the things. Now let's move on to other one. What is global variable? I'll go back to my previous slides which are already here. That is local variable. Please go through it. Local variable which is defined in the program. Look here, these are all local variable. Okay, these are local variable. Okay, some definition. This is nothing but global variable which can be accessed anywhere in the program. This is nothing but global variable. Okay, a variable, the scope of this variable, it's in this procedure, whereas throughout the program. Okay, this is what the concept of local variable. Then we'll move on to the other one. This is what actual parameters and formal parameters. Actual parameters are nothing but which are call in function. This is actual parameter, if you see, which are call in the function, which are call in the function. And yesterday we have already seen this one. And then we have seen the formal parameter. What do you mean by formal parameter? We have seen this one, function definition. They are in function definition. This is the same class what we have discussed. This one, scoping methods, the same one. We are going to show you what do you mean by this one. Example was this one which I have carried out. No, not this one. This one which we have carried, function scope is. So we are going to see this one. Okay, this is, keep in mind, we need to get what I'm just revising it. What is mean by local variable? What do you mean by actual parameter? What do you mean by formal parameter? The formal parameter, actual parameter which are there in the function. Okay, and formal parameters are nothing but which are defined in defined formal parameter function definition which are defined in the function. These are the actual parameters or call in the function. And more importantly, in actual parameter, value will not be changed. In value will not be changed, and in from actual parameter to formal parameters, the value will be copied and that can be changed. Remember one thing, actual parameters value will not be changed, value will not be changed. In formal parameters, they are copied by actual parameters, and the value can be changed. Remember one thing. Now let's see an example. For an example, just see, we have got main int a, and this is 3. Let's move on to, I'll put a statement here. Print sum is equal to, we'll take it as int I. I'll put as s, s is equal to, probably I'll put it print a. Let's move on to this one. I'll don't define it. I'll put a print the value of, print the value, or I'll go back to here. I'll just copy this one. Just one second. Mhm. So we are going to see the other part of it. We'll see the the example for it. We've seen about something about formal parameter as there was power backup. So we are going to start again. You've already seen this one. And what do you mean by formal parameter? We're going to see with an example. Let's say example, there is a value. A value is 30, B value is 3. This is the main function which I define as C language one. Swap AB, the control come up here in temp, then swap AB, the value of int is nothing but this is 30 and this is 20, and these are nothing but your formal, and this is not your formal, this is not your actual, sorry, this is your actual, sorry, this is your actual, this is your actual, and this is your formal parameter. There is a temp variable, and then we are swapping the value. Now let's move on. If I go this one, there is a memory allocation. Remember this one, the memory allocation. Int a, 2 bytes are allocated a. Let's take example, start with 1000, and this is b, this is 1004, and this is 20, this is 30. Now control comes up, there is a temp variable which is already been assigned. We gave it as 1006. Then again the values of this one, the memory location will be allocated for this one, that is 1006, 1008, 1006, 1008, and this becomes x and y, and the value is been interchanged. Now what will happen, the value of this one is printf x and y. X and y is nothing but, x is nothing but 30. Now it becomes 20, and this becomes y, this is y is 30. Okay, x become 20, y becomes 30. So what will, a was 30, then we have already swapped this value, we got this one. Whereas if you go back here, what will the value of a and b, it is 20, 30 and 20. So what does it means? A is equal to 30 and B is equal to 20 in the above function. Here the value is been passed and we call it as a formal, and the value is being changed, and the memory location is also changed. So let's move on. I'll copy this one. I'll close this one. I'll copy this one. Copy. And I'll put this one in a whiteboard. Oh, sorry. I don't have a whiteboard. I'll open this whiteboard. I'll just bear with a minute, few minutes. It will come up. New one. For an example, let's take example. Mint a, the value of a is stored in 1000 location. It's a, and this is 1004, and this is 20. Then this comes up. This is called actual parameters. Then it is passed to this one. Then a value is what? 30. X becomes, b value is what? 20. So now x is equal to 30, y is equal to 20. This is 30. Now temp is already there. So we once again 100, what first the value of x, temperature, this becomes x, this becomes y, 1006, and then there is one more temp value. The value is being changed. So now x become what? 20, and y becomes what? 30. The value is changed. Formal parameters. Formal, these are called formal parameters. Value is formal parameters, and the value is change. Okay, And what are the values we are going to put? Print x. X is what now? At the moment. X is what at the moment? 20. Y is what? 30. Okay. So value is change, interchange, and the value we got it x is 20, y is 30. But whereas here a b 30 and 20, it is not changed. Let's go back to our slides. What is actually written here? Cut, delete. No, I'll delete all those one. This is why I've given the space for them to know that one what is going to happen at here. Go back here. What is this? Actual parameter. The value will not change. Let's move on to this one. The actual parameter. The value is change. No. And in formal parameters, value will be changed. Yes, the formal parameters value will be changed. In for actual parameters, memory location will be same. And this one is memory location will be same. Memory location will be same and value will not change, whereas formal parameters it is changed. And what happens? The value is been copied here. The value is been copied here from actual parameters to formal parameter. The value is been copied. What we call this? We call it as call by value. This we call it as call by value. So what actually the call by value means? It's nothing but you're copying your actual parameters to formal parameters, and the value of actual parameters will not be changed, but the value of formal parameters will be changed, and that we call it as call by value. Only the value will be forwarded and value can be changed irrespective of memory locations or something like that. Now let's move on to other one which we call it as call by reference. We have got A and we have got B. This is one more program. This is call by value. We call it as call by value example. This is what we call by reference. We have got A, B, swap. The what we calling, we are just taking this one. I'll copy this one. I'll close this one. I'll copy this one. Copy. And I'll go back to here. Then I'll take this one. I'll go back to this one. I'll this one. I'll add this one and this one. I'll unwrite it. What we are going to do is this one. We are going to see ampersand A. This is one. We are going to take if A is 1000 and A and B is at 1004, the 1002 B, then we are going to take the memory location of that one. So what we are coming at, we are copying this value here, we are copying this value. So what we are going to change the value, then again then the memory location in that one, that means that we are this becomes 30, this becomes 20. Now you want to change it, this will come down here and this will go up according to the program. So this becomes 30 and this becomes 20. So what will happen here? What we'll get? 30 and 20. The same way here also. Sorry, this will becomes 20 and this becomes 30 ampersand, and the same way here also. So what does it mean here? When we call by reference, we are taking the address. We are taking the address. We are taking the address. We are we are taking the address of it. Remember one thing. So let's move on to this one. So what actually does it means? So we'll go back to here in what you call in function actual parameter function will not change, and then there are sorry, references. I did not do it. So what is this? Call by reference, pass argument references, specify by keyword. Yes, the procedure code is given. What actually this means? The value will be changed. The value let's move on. The the value will be the value will be the value will be change of actual parameter as well as formal parameter, and we are taking the address. So once we take the address and the content here, then we are going to make the changes here. That same thing here. What we are going to check, only we are copying the value, then we are changing it. Here what we are going to do, we are copying the address and then we are taking the content, pass the argument of the value, pass the argument by reference. This is you can sending a copy of the data, this your possibly the memory address and the data is stored here. Remember one thing, and then the change does not affect actual parameter. The change to the value effect of original data. Yes, the original data will be affected. The major point here what we are going to discuss or in this one is that mm, the value will be changed in reference. The value of form actual will not be changed in call by value. The same thing happened. So I have given you the example which is already here, and then what I have done it, I have already given you the example of this one call by value. This is we call it as call by reference. The same example I have given you, and then there are the differences of this one. This is a part of it, and this is one part which is the first part which we have seen, the parameter passing method. And then there is a where parameter passing method major languages. Photon always use in and out semantic models. Before 7 pass by reference only. Photon 77, before Photon 7 there were only pass by reference. Later on pass by value was passed to that one. C program pass by value was there. Pass by reference was achieved in pointers. A special pointer type called reference is being used in C++. Java, all parameters are passed by value. Object parameters are used in pass by reference. Parameter passing method in different languages. How it is used in Photon, it was in semantic model. Before 77, Photon 77 is well pass by reference. A Photon 77 use pass by value. Pass by C language, pass by value was there. Pass by reference was used by pointer. In C++, a special pointer called reference is being used. And in Java, all parameters passed are passed by value. And object parameters are used by pass by reference. And ADA 3 semantic mode of parameter transmission are there: in, out, in and out. In default method, in C sharp, default method pass by value is already there. Pass by reference is used with the word reference. So these are the methods which are very important to So what they will ask you in the examination is nothing but they'll ask you design issue of subprograms, or what are the parameter pathing methods in PL, please explain. So we have to explain these two with the help of an example. Then we have to know the differences. Then we must know this part also. What parameter passing in different language. Let's move on to other type checking. What do you mean by type checking? Early language such as Fortran 10, original version of C did not require parameter type checking. What do you mean by parameter? Pascal, Fortran 90, Java and ADA is always required. Perl, PHP and JavaScript do not require type checking. What do you mean by this one? Let's move on to this example. I have defined integer here. Correct? I have defined integer here. An example, I have defined integer here. If that value is being passed to float, then what will happen? If that value is float, then what will happen? It's given error. If this value is been passed to character, then type checking error will come. If this value is been passed to decimal, then type checking error will come up. This is what type checking. So mismatch will be there. You are defining integer, you are assigning an array to it. You are defining something else and you are giving an value to others. This is what a type checking will be here. This is what early language Fortran, the original version of C, did not require parameter type checking, but later on it came down to existence. And then the Pascal, Fortran, Java, and always required Perl, and they do not require type checking because we have so many other options available here. So this was the early stages of programming languages. Now these are the top ones, so we don't require it. Uh, you can specify some other ways, and you can use in other ways. Now next, move on to local and dynamic. Local static variable is stored, and this is the third part of it. Okay, we have seen the parameter check tick. This one is this one. Then we are going to see this part. Okay, so let's move on to this one. Local, it's stored in an object file. First of all, let me go that it is stored in object file. The next one is the main. In the lifetime of program is entire program execution of the program. So once you define, it will be there till the execution of the program, because we have already defined 8. It will be there till, if a is not equal to 8, it will be there till the program is executed. Till the program is executed. That is local variable, and also as more important thing is static. So when the program is executing, it will be there. This is one part. And then we come to dynamic. The lifetime of a dynamic begin when the memory allocation of the object is been required. That is by malloc, using new one. And once the memory is used, and we can free it during the free or delete in dynamic programming. Then this is when the program is running. This is used when programming is running. When program in execution. When program is in execution, we can allocate the memory allocation, we can delete the memory allocation, we can free the memory allocation, we can allot, delete, and we can free during the execution of the program. Once it is defined here, it will be there till the execution of the program or till the program end. So till the program end. Whereas here, what will happen? It will be there. It will start the memory allocation when the program is executed, or in between the, we can allocate, we can deallocate, and we can delete that one. As if you can say, if in an array, the allocation of the fixed size, once you specify, I'm using a 10 variables, if I use 8, 2 spaces will be left out. This is the major disadvantage. So the size of a declare maybe, or sometime if I use 10, maybe if I use 12 variable, then it will be unchecked. And to solve this issue during the runtime, then we use dynamic. So we use dynamic to allocate that. These are the library function, malloc, cloc, and other functions. Cloc and other function. So these are the parts for this one. And this one, other one is sub subprogram overloaded. The last part, which is we are going to see this one, is this one. What is that? Yeah, we have seen it. Subprogram reference environment, subprogram overloaded. We are going to see this part. Okay. Dynamic overloading is over. Now we are going to see this part. Overloading operation. What do you mean by subprogram overloading? We are giving subprogram overloading. There is one function which already defines function A. In somewhere down the line, we gave one more function name as A also. The two function with the same name, then the overloading occurs. Overloading operation is one of the multiple meaning. The type of operand determines the meaning of particular instant. But overloading subprogram is a subprogram that has same name. It has got the same name. It has got the same name. So once we have given a function, let's take example in a function in a program. This is my main program. I have defined this one. A is some function. Then at the end again I have defined A. What will happen? I'm giving the same function the same name. Then this is a problem. Same name in every version of the unique protocol, that is, there must be different one, number order, number type, what are the parameters you are passing, it should be different, and it should return the different value to the function. This was that overloading subprogram that are default parameter can be used, can be lead to ambiguous grammar or ambiguous subprogram call. The example is a void function, float, this one, and then this, this, the example which is already been given here. This is called ambiguous and will cause a compiler error. This will give an ambiguous and we will call a compiler error. What do you mean by that one? The only thing is that we are giving a same name to a different functions. The only difference here. Now we'll stop here. The next part will continue our in next class.